Beautiful good afternoon once again. This is Mr. Panuka, and we are in the zucchini squash field today. It's now just reached at its best in terms of growth and also productivity, and so far looking excellent. We're loving this. So, like we indicated, we're trying to prepare for the festive season, and we are equal to the task. I think we have more than enough what our off-takers require. And so we've got side by side this bigger crop and the younger crop that is scheduled to take over from this one. So the younger crop is just across here. It's actually being irrigated at the moment. A bit of weeds, but we'll take care of them by tomorrow. So this is the younger crop that is bound to take over from the bigger one. About 7,000 plants, and the bigger one is just across. So we've got a divide here. We've got the irrigation pipes, and then just across here is where we've got the bigger one that we are now harvesting. I think we're actually getting about 100 punnets tomorrow from here, which is bound to increase about 300 to 400 per harvest just about 5 days from now. So now, like we've previously guided, baby marrows are actually prone to powdery mildew. And so if you're doing sequencing, you need to be very mindful about the direction. So the younger crop must always be from the east. In our case, that's where the wind comes from. So we've got the younger crop up, that's on the eastern side. And then on the western side is where we put the bigger crop. What you're trying to avoid is that when this bigger crop begins to get affected by powdery mildew, the wind is blowing in the western direction and not to the younger crop. So you need to take care of that. So don't just plant anyhow. Otherwise, it's a situation where the older crop is affected, and you actually see that the younger crop also gets affected immediately. So pay attention, wind direction, in terms of which, between the younger and the older crops, where do you put what? Very, very critical. Now, if you look on top here, you actually see that it looks whitish. You can actually mistake this to be powdery mildew, but it's the nature of zucchini squash that it's got these whitish, lines. This is actually 100% disease-free crop. It's the nature of the crop. So you need to just master, the crop to know when there's a disease, especially the powdery mildew. So don't be too quick to conclude that it's been affected by powdery mildew, yet that's just its nature in terms of the leaves. Now we have a few overgrown, baby marrows. The biggest challenge that we have is that for most of our off-takers, you need a certain minimum quantity, in terms of off-take. So you find that you have a few fruits that begin to get ready, but then the quantity is not adequate to meet the minimum order quantity, for the off-taker. So you always have these situations where we have a few overgrown baby marrows, but overall I think we have the right size, and so tomorrow we do harvest around 100 punnets from here, and we'll be increasing in number in the days to come. So that's your zucchini squash. And talking of some of the overgrown, slightly These are some of the baby marrows that are now quite big. So we just need to cut them out, and then we pave way for the smaller ones now that we have them in large quantity. So that's just a bit of updates on our zucchini squash, fully grown now and back in production, full swing. And we're looking forward to doing business with our off-takers. And I think our supply program for the festive season looks good. We don't have any pressure. I think we are equal to the task. All right, so folks, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll keep you updated. This is once again Mr. Panuka signing out. Have a juicy Sunday afternoon. Bye-bye.